I'm doing a mini read. The topics are Be My Little Secret for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, for Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Something about the West, a Pisces. So this is a third-party situation, and your Divine Masculine is looking at all the options that you have. He says he doesn't exclude females either because everybody has a little gay in them, or whatever the case may be. But Divine Feminine is traveling towards a Leo. Or a Leo could be traveling towards Divine Feminine, or whatever your sexual preference is. It could be a masculine traveling towards a masculine, feminine traveling towards a feminine, no discrimination. A card fell out that says it's very important. So a very important decision is going to come to you, and you're trying to see what this masculine is up to, but you already see what he's up to because he's still with the karmic. He hasn't approached you or any of that. But it could also be that when the masculine comes back to the park, the karmics are trying to send telepathy towards Divine Feminine to make her not be in the same present and like the same area as Divine Masculine, so that they could tell him stuff about Divine Feminine and she's not there to defend herself. So when Divine Feminine, they're putting him in this energy of hating Divine Feminine. So when he no longer wants her, then that's when they'll release him. So because everybody wants to find that person, but if they could stop you from, because it's like your person, you could have grew up with your person but never knew that this was your person because y'all was fine with what, like, as long as y'all got to be in each other's presence and all stuff like that, but y'all still was protecting yourselves, so y'all weren't letting the other person know how y'all felt, but as long as, it was good enough. Forgot what I was damn saying. Baby, go sit down. But an opportunity is coming to you, and you need to make a decision on leaving this third party behind. Masculine, you don't know. It could be another 2 or 3 years. It's like this opportunity came around, but you was focused on the masculine. And for the masculine to choose this karmic, it really, that's what woke Divine Feminine up. Because it's like I missed my dream to try to wait for true love, but my love is, because he's trying to teach Divine Feminine a lesson, but now he's in this, he's caught up with this karmic and it's hard for him to leave. And now, because Divine Feminine missed out on her opportunity chasing after him and he decided to go with somebody else, now it's backfiring on him because he wants the opportunity with Divine Feminine, but Divine Feminine is gonna, because the opportunity for success, like what Divine Feminine really needs, is coming back around. And this time Divine Feminine is going to take the opportunity and leave the masculine behind. And they think that Divine Feminine won't do it this time, that, okay, well, I need to find a way to reel her back in or to make her feel like I'm on my way so that she could miss this opportunity. And it's like, well, all because Divine Masculine had a situation he was in with his baby mama and the whole situation. When Divine Feminine came, you know, so I feel like this masculine was going to leave. You hear the sirens? The masculine was going to leave his baby mama, but once the baby became born, he was saying like, okay, well, she do look like it. Okay, we could, try to make this work. So when he got with Divine Feminine and Divine Feminine ended up pregnant, people was telling the masculine like, oh no, she was out here doing this and the third. So now he's back in the same situation where it's like, I have to wonder, is this my baby? Then I got to go through this whole process and all this stuff like that. But if this is like, it doesn't matter. You're supposed to, whatever situation, like a situation like that, especially if you have these deep feelings for Divine Feminine, nobody is perfect. And it's a possibility that this is your child and you just abandon your child and you're painting yourself to be this way. But in other realities, like you say you are all it is, but when it comes to Divine Feminine, you're the opposite. You say, oh, I'm not a deadbeat. I take care of my kids. I got my kids, my kids, my kids. But with Divine Feminine, you just ghosted her. You left her alone, all that stuff like that. And he feels that with this karmic, he knows for a fact, like, oh, this my, But of course, if people plan stuff out, there is no, like, of course they're not going to have eyes for nobody else, or they're going to try to be that perfect person for you or whatever. But they're mimicking Divine Feminine. So, of course, if you feel like it's good or whatever. But Divine Masculine is really mad because Divine Feminine won't leave this karmic masculine alone. That's a part of this karmic clique that's giving this karmic, like, you basically, but Divine Feminine is trying to figure out who is really her person. But, energy being pulled from this Virgo energy, third party situation. It's a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, another Virgo, I don't know the other one, and whatever. But I feel like the puppet master, I don't know. Because everybody wanted to be a part of something, so they make themselves feel important. But this puppet master still got the short end of the stick because it's like nobody paid attention to her. Everything she did was just like, only because I told you to do it, so you didn't really do nothing spectacular. Like, come up with your own ideas and blah, blah, blah. So this puppet master could feel like lower themselves, like, even though they're targeting Divine Feminine, they still respect Divine Feminine more than they respect this puppet master. So that's why the puppet master pulled back the energy. This is really crazy. But moral of the story is, everybody that had something to do with tearing Divine Feminine apart from her Divine Masculine is going to be salty because her new opportunity is going to bring so much abundance and money and opportunity and security and money and stability. And they're going to be so salty because Divine Feminine extended her hand to each and every one of those people. And even with knowing that they had planned something against her to keep her away from this masculine, everything happened for a reason. So it's not like, but they got to keep up their image of, oh, I did this to you, why would I want to be your friend, or feeling guilty, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, this third party situation, Divine Feminine fought for it. It didn't go nowhere. So now it's time to move on from this third party situation. And, it's okay to see these people and speak to them, but as far as indulging with them, like having sexual relations with them, or like whatever, just keep everything to yourself. You face your own, you smoke, you face, you don't short nobody on no squares, you don't drink after nobody, you don't do none of that. You get your own everything. It's like, it's not worth it. And then when I was talking about masculine, it says stick to your path, deny, easily influenced, being controlled, party too much, one step at a time, keep moving, it's a process. Masculine, shine a light on something today. But also don't wait for nobody, because you never know how long it's going to take for them to come back around. I know that I waited for somebody for like, it's going to be 20 years now. 2013. It's going to be 20 years. No, 10 years? Yeah, it's going to be 10 years. No, 7. Yeah, I don't know. But that was for the earth signs. That whoever you falsely led to make this Divine Feminine believe that, I'll give this a try, only to try to gather information to see how to stop Divine Feminine from being with this masculine, you only stopped your own blessings. So